Most frequently asked questions I usually get: what is the proof of fund for Finland? Can I move with my spouse and my family to Finland? In this video, I'll be explaining expansively. Yes, I'll be going deep so you can get all the information you need to know or have to know about the proof of fund in Finland, and if you can actually move with your spouse, and what does it cost to move with your spouse and your family to Finland. So join me and watch this video to the end because it's going to be very, very educative. So before I go into the video, let me introduce myself to the first time viewers that just see my face for the very first time. Well, my name is Samson Pius. I talk about relocation, I talk about lifestyle, I talk about anything opportunity. So if you're looking for opportunity, then I encourage you to click that subscribe button. Like, when I mean opportunity, you should not think twice. Like, it might just be your channel that will take you to your next level. So click that subscribe button and share this video if it's valuable. Press that like button. Like, I want you to press that like button and comment and tell me if the video was very informative to you. Then if you're just you're my old viewers, I want to say thank you. You guys are the reason why I am coming to do more videos, and the questions I usually get is from you guys, and that is why I am doing this video now, like, for you. So anytime anybody just asks me what's the proof of fund for England, what's the proof of fund for Finland, I'll just post this video. I don't have to start explaining, talking. So I'll do the whole talking here, and I'm very sure it's going to help you. So a lot of people wants to go to Finland, as you all know, and like, Finland is attracting a lot of people. It's a good country. So if you're going for study, it is very necessary. The Finland embassy wants to know that you can actually take care of yourself. If you can actually pay for your accommodation and feed yourself, and including your tuition, yes, if it's necessary, if it's not a scholarship. So they want to know, and that is why they need a proof of fund that you can actually fund for yourself. It's a different case when you're going for a job. I don't think you need a proof of fund, but you need for job you would need a confirmation of your work permit, a letter of like your work permit, that what you are working for can be able to take care of you and your accommodation. So let's go straight to the system. I'm going to be going straight to the immigration website, and I'm going to read it out and also explain to you what I am reading for you to understand, even if it is actually clear and very understandable. So join me in this video and let's go through it together. So this is the Finland immigration website. I'm going to drop this link on the description below for you that wants to read it on your own and understand it better, or probably get more information. But for now, I'm going to explain what it is here. So first of all, we are starting with the proof of fund. Today is going to be money. So income requirement for students, if you're going for studies, especially those people going for vocational studies, or probably any second degree qualification like university studies, this also is for you. Income requirement for students. You can be granted residence permits for the entire duration of your studies. You need to be able to support yourself in Finland. When you apply for your first residence permit for studies, you cannot secure your income with work. Very clear. So when you apply for your first residence permits in Finland, your work that you're going to be doing is not enough for you to be sure that it's going to fund you. So they need you to have a proof that you can fund your education yourself, even if you do also work. Because some people also ask, can I work when I go to school in Finland? Yes, you can work, but it's not because you still have to have some time to school. you cannot leave school and go to work for the whole 8 hours. So you have to share it. So that's shared job cannot give you the money that might be able to take care of you and pay for your rent, according to them. So add to your application proof of how you will finance your stay in Finland during your first year of studies. So that is what they say you should add. That is your proof of fund. You must have sufficient funding for Finland, living in Finland during the entire period of validity of your residential permit. You need to have at least 560 euros per month. You need to have at least 560 euros per month at your disposal. I believe I am clear. Some people messaged me. I was like, is my video for Nigerians? No, my videos are not for only Nigerians. My videos are for Africa in general, particularly. And that's why sometimes I try to speak English. I don't want to use a language that only Nigerians would understand. So please, if you're watching me from Kenya, you're watching me from Ghana, you're watching me from Zimbabwe, you're watching me from South Africa, and any country you're watching me, this video is for everyone. Okay? So you need to have at least 560 euros per month at your disposal to be able to pay for your accommodation. So, and food and other needs. I believe you're reading my screen with me. You can see my screen. In addition, you need to have enough money to pay for your tuition if you have not yet paid for it. If your studies take 1 year or longer, you must have 6,720 euros. I repeat, 6,720 euros. So this is for that question that's always coming to my DM. How much is proof of fund for Finland? It is 6,720 euros. I think when they multiply 560 multiplied by 12, it would give you this. So you must have more than this or this in your bank account when you submit application. Take less than 1 year, you must have 560 per month at your disposal. So if it's going to be less than 1 year, just multiply it by what you're going to be spending in Finland, multiply by 560 per month. If you have been awarded a grant or a scholarship to cover your living expenses in Finland, add proof of this grant or scholarship to your application. This money will count towards the income requirement. So this is talking about if you've been given a grant, probably a scholarship that they are going to be paying you every month. Let's say they'll pay you 2,000 for the whole of that year, 2,000 euros. So it's not enough. It's not up to 6,720. So they will minus it. So 6,720 minus 2,000 euros for the grant or for the your living expenses that your school granted you. So they minus it, and what will now be for your proof of fund would be 4,720. I don't know if it's making sense. Some schools give scholarship and they pay you as a student. So if what they pay you is not up to 560 euro per month, then the balance is what you must have in your bank account. I hope it's very clear. If this video is very meaningful and you're finding it very educative, you're learning, please do well to subscribe to my channel and encourage me. It is free. I am not getting anything from this, but if you can subscribe to my channel, it's going to be a plus for me. Thank you very much. Like this, like it, share and comment. I want to see you. Any question you have, put it down on the comment section. I'm going to attend to it. Okay, so let's go on. Some educational institutions support their students residents in permit. Okay, so let's just go straight. We've known the proof of fund, right? So I don't think all these ones are necessary. So let's go to how do I prove my income. So it's a question that a lot of people always ask, like, do I need a letter of sponsorship? Do I need a letter of proof that someone is sponsoring me? Okay. Well, in Finland, what they need is the money must be in your account. Yes, the money must be in your account. We're going to read it and you see it. So once the money is in your account, let's say your parents or your dad, relative, friend sent you that money, and you know it's not your money, but at least let it be in your account. Then they can write a letter that this is the origin of the money, and this is where the money came from, because this person does this. So that's what they request. But for the money, it must be in your account. So it wouldn't be in the account of that person funding you. So you need to have enough money in your own bank account. Are you seeing it? That is in your personal use only. If you submit your just hold on. Sponsorship agreements provided by relative, friends, or employers are not acceptable. The money must be in your bank account. If you have received the money, for instance, from your parent or relative, we may ask you to submit additional documents on the origin of the money. Such documents can be, for example, tax certificates, bank statements, and any other sponsor's assets. So they need to know the origin of the money. If the money was sent from your relative to your account, but the money must be in your account. So I hope it's making sense. So now we are going to the next part of this video. Please subscribe to this channel if you've not subscribed. I encourage you to please subscribe to this channel. Please subscribe. My name is Samson Pius. This is what I do. I share updates like this and clear the air. Okay. When you are applying for an extended permit, you may this is not for today. That's for another day. So let's go to, can I bring my spouse and family to Finland while I am studying? A lot of people have asked this question. Now we are going to answer it. Student family member. If you are a student family member, you can apply for a residence permit for Finland. If you are a student family member, you can apply for a residence permit for Finland. Have I answered the question? Okay, let me break it down. That is to say, if you get admission to Finland, your family member can also apply for a residence permit. So please, any questions that comes in, that can I bring my family to Finland with me? I hope this video gets to everybody. So now, who do they recognize as your family member? That's the next question. So the person they recognize to be your family member is your spouse, or a registered partner, or a child under 18 years. That is the only people they consider as your family member. A family member is not your uncle, not your auntie, and not a child older than 18 years. I don't know if it's cool, but this is what they consider as family member. Now, about the proof of fund, because the proof of fund is not just going to be for you. Because you're bringing another family member, either your spouse. Now, that's your spouse will also have, your spouse needs to be taken care of. So it's not just about only you now. So it's going to be times 2 or more money, even if it's not up to times 2, but more money. But we're going to see how much it will now cost for the proof of fund with your spouse. You need to have enough sufficient financial resources for living in Finland. In the table below, you can see how much money you would be needing to live in Finland. You need to have the money in your account when applying for a resident permit. Okay, this is it in euro. So if you're a student, as they said, you need 560 euro per month. But if you're bringing another adult, that is your spouse, which is your wife, or one adult, that adult must be earning 700 euros per month. This is because the spouse earning 700 euros is adding to you. Okay, maybe I don't just know why it's more expensive than the student, but this is what we are seeing here. But I think as you go down, your first underage family member is 500 euros per month, 400 euros per month. The second, the third is 300 euros. The second, the fifth is 100 euros. But in total, let's just call it your proof of fund for you as a student is 6,720. Where we know if you're bringing an adult with you, your spouse is 8,400. Yes. So if you're bringing another one more person, is 6,000 euros. If you're bringing another additional, is 4,800. So we need to add all these things together. Will now give you everything. So the family consists of one adult, another two underage children. The family is required to have an income of 2,160 per month. So let's take example. We talk about 560. You, your wife, 700, and two children underage, 500 and 400. So you add everything together, it will give you 2,160. So 2,060 is per month. So if it's going to be a 1 year, then you have to multiply 2,160 times 1 year. Okay, I hope I'm making sense. So times 1 year should be giving you like times 10. That's like 20 something thousand. 24,000. Yes, 24,000 euros. That's a lot of money because you're bringing your whole family. So you have to prove that you can take care of them. But the good thing is you can work. You have unrestricted right to work and study. Yes. So if you're bringing your family member and you're the student, your wife can like work full time. Yes, that's the sweetest thing. But before they come, you have to prove that you can take care of them. Yes. So the resident permit okay, this is not relevant. So let's go to one question. This is more like the most frequently asked question. Can I take my family with me to Finland? Yes. Please remember that a family member moving to Finland must have sufficient financial resources in order to be issued a resident permit. You can have required sum of money on your own bank account or on your joint account. So why is the required level of income of spouses of students than why is the required level of income higher for spouses of student than for student? I think there's a mistake there. I think what they're trying to say is like, why is the spouse's money higher than the student's own? I think that's what I was confused, but let's read it together. The required level of income is the same for spouses as for all people applying for a resident permit on the basis of family tie. It makes no difference what kind of resident permits their spouses have in Finland. For example, a resident permit for studies or for an employed person. The income level requirement is based on how much money a person must have at his or her disposal in order to be able to finance his or her stay in Finland. The required income level is lower for students than for other applicants. It is based on their financial aid that Finnish students receive yearly. Okay, so I think Finnish students receive some financial aid that helps to support them because of their students. Then for spouse, they don't receive anything, like they are just normal people, and that's what they're trying to say. And that's the main reason why spouse, why am I always saying spouse? Your family member or an adult coming with you needs to have a higher proof of fund than you as a student. I think that's clear. So another question, I am residing in Finland. with a resident permit for studies. I want my whole family to come to Finland. What is the income requirement? Okay, that's what I just said. The income requirement is the same for student family, for all family members, and they just add all of them together. We saw the table, and I'll definitely post the link of this migration website so that you can read it and know more. So I have a resident permit for studies. Am I allowed to work in paid I have a resident permit for okay, this question is often asked a lot, so it's a frequently asked questions. To me, they will ask, like, if I'm studying, can I work? It's necessary to know, because you don't want to go to a country where you can't work and you want to study. Like, you might get frustrated, and probably your studies is not a scholarship, so you might get frustrated. So it's necessary to know all this before you make a move, so that you don't get stranded. So I have resident permit for studies. Am I allowed to work in paid employment? A student who has been issued with a resident permit for study may engage in gainful employment without restriction. If the employment consists of practical training or diploma work as part of the degree, you can work. In addition, you may work in paid employment for a maximum of 30 hours per week. The number of working hours can be exceeded some weeks, as long as the average working hour are not more than 20 hours at the end of the year, per week at the end of the year. So you can share it. I don't know, you can share it somehow, like 30 hours per week. So if you probably do less, you can add it up the next week, but 30 hours per week. I think that's what they're trying to say here. At the end of the year, you say as long as the average working hour are no more than 30 hours per week at the end of the year. Okay, I don't know if this concerns us for now. I am about to complete a degree at Finnish education institution. My residence permit for studying will soon expire. Okay, this is not concerning us. So there are a lot of frequently asked questions. So any question you think you need to know, this is their immigration website. You can come and read. You know what kills us more is, like, we don't want to find out all these things, and that's why we are getting their attention, because we are taking our time to find all this information ourselves. We're taking our time to get all this information, and that's why you're subscribed to this channel, and that's why you're watching us. So if you too can take your time to get all this information, you wouldn't be needing any agent. You wouldn't be needing an agent, and you would reduce the chances of you being scammed, because people want to ask you for money to do all these things for them. Yes, so this video has enlightened you, educated you, and it has answered all your questions, I'm so sure. So no more, what's my proof of fund for Finland? What's my proof of fund for, can I come with my family? That question plenty. Bro, you need to see my DM. I've answered that question nothing less than 50 to 70 times. The same thing. At some point, it's more like, let me just copy and paste it. One answer. Just be, I said I'm going to do a video on this, and I make my research very well, and okay, I think I've been able to answer the question. So in conclusion to everything I am saying, you can move with your family to Finland. Yes, and your family can work. Proof of fund is 6,720 for students. Proof of fund for family depends, it varies on the spouses. I think 700, the students 520 per month. So you add all of them together. If you are bringing 2 people, 1 person, so it varies. So I cannot give a specific. But if you're a student, you're coming, your proof of fund is 6,720. You must have it in your bank account. Then, as I said, you must have it in your bank account. Very important. So those questions that want to come and, like, must the money be? Can the person write a letter of sponsorship? No. The account, the money must be in your own personal account. So I think I've said everything, and that is it. And your spouse can also work. Whosoever you are bringing can work full time. And you, that you are as a student, you can also work. This question comes in. You can work. I'm saying it again. You can work. Thank you very much for watching this video to this point. I pray your heart desire is granted, moving to Finland. Don't forget that vocational school VMIA opens by 2nd of May. Apply for it, write your Duolingo test and everything. And what else do I need to tell you again? Comment, subscribe to this channel if this was very valuable. Please subscribe to this channel and comment. Have any question, put it down in the comment section. Press that like button, turn on the notification button, and if you have any video you want me to do, please write it out and I will gladly do the video. Like, you have anything bothering you that I think I should talk about, please write it out. It will be very important. Thank you very much. If I come again in the next video, good night. I'm always doing my video in the night. I don't know, because I'm always busy. Thank you very much and good night.